Yes, guys, welcome to Bala Sports. How you guys doing? John, welcome
Mm,
back. Chelsea Knight, what's going on?
Not much, brother. Thanks for having me. What's going on, man? How you feeling?
Can't even answer the question right now the way Chelsea playing, but other than that, man, bro, I'm feeling well, man. I'm blessed, man. I am
Yeah,
blessed.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I hear you, man. Today's result
Yeah,
was a
we
little
another Chelsea podcast today, man. Miss you, man. It's been a while, man. We haven't done a Chelsea
Yeah,
together,
man, it's good to be back. It's good to be back and do what we love to do, you know what I'm saying? Talk Chelsea and discuss positive, negative, anything Chelsea related that that we can get our hands on. So here we are.
All right, then let's get to it. Cold turkey today, man. We going cold. We going cold, not cold Palmer cold, because cold Palmer cold usually be celebration, man. But what a game at Stamford Bridge, man. Chelsea dominated for 1 hour and take the league and still walk out there with 0 points, while Aston Villa make it 11 wins in a row and keep themselves right in the title race. Watkins come off the bench and completely flipped the match in its head.
Yeah,
Let's talk
man.
about it. Do you want to talk
Absolutely,
about
man.
it? Chelsea won, Aston Villa 2.
And that's the thing. I feel like by the end of the first half, we should have been up more than just one. I think Cole Palmer had a couple opportunities, and I feel like at least one of them should have went in. Enzo had a nice open top of the box. Curley could have really going in. That also didn't go in. So, sometimes it makes me feel like we got to be more prolific in front of goal, man. When opportunities like that come, we have to take advantage of them and capitalize on them, especially when you're playing against a team like Aston Villa that we know right now they're riding real high. And we were playing better than them throughout that first entire half. We had them against the ropes. We had them chasing after us. We were putting pressure on them. And we found ourselves in a lot of good positions. And I just feel like in the final third, we were not being clinical enough and opportunities, like I said, that we should have finished, man. Even the goal when they came, it looked like it just like brushed off of Joao Pedro. So
Right.
it's in that kind of situations like that, we have to be better, and we have to finish those opportunities when they come to us.
Right. So let's get it. Like that's a good one. So let's get a quick match recap. Like you already said, man, the goal came from a corner kick and Joao Pedro got a little bit of that was a wicked freak. I mean, corner kick though, man. Basically,
Yeah.
that's where a goal come from. And Joao Pedro got a little flick on it. They're always giving it a goal to the strikers. Of course, once you got a little touch on
Right.
it, you could just brush you. Then it's your goal. But I think that's all Rich
Mhm.
James. But the second half, that's what become very interesting. Yuma Emery, bro, one of the best managers. We spoke about Villa being hot. They won 10 game before going into this game. He pressed the button with a triple substitute around the hour mark when Walking come on and Villa rise the intensity and suddenly Chelsea are the back foot. Walking first leveled it up and then of course got the late winner hitter and then
Yeah,
the
man.
collapse
I
happened.
feel like
A question I got for you is just straight up nowadays, man. Did Maraska lose this more with in-game management or did Emery simply just hot coach him?
that's the thing. I think in a situation like this, he waited too long to make the substitutions. I think that by the time the substitutions were made, I think that we already were kind of in the back against the ropes. We were kind of in defensive mode. We, I wouldn't say panicking because that's kind of like too harsh to say, but I feel like we were a little weak, and the substitution that he made were definitely at the right time. He knew what he was doing when he introduced them. They introduced a lot more injection of speed. They changed the complete formation of the team, and it just really discombobulated us. And the goal came. It was, oh man, sometimes I feel like the defense have to do better in some situations as well. Like Robert Sanchez was amazing today. Once again, I mean, the guy has stepped up unbelievably to the last couple of games, and I feel like lately now, I feel like the guys in front of him are letting him down, and he's been pulling some amazing saves to keep us in the game. I think he had like 8 saves in the second half, so it's like at that point, I feel like he shouldn't have to be making that many saves if the guys in front of him are doing their job consistently, throughout the entire game. And then we want to speak about the second goal as well. I think that goal was open header, in my opinion. I think Gusto didn't even bother to even stick to his man. It was his job to follow along with him. You already know that they have the momentum of the game. We're just laying the game. We're literally right in front of their supporters. They're screaming in your ears. So you have to show up. You're home as well. You want to snap that 10-game winning streak that they're doing. So I feel like in the way the game was played, the way the game ended, I feel like we got outcoached today.
I agree with that. I think we got our coach because, like you mentioned, man, he should have made a substitute. We see Una Emery already. I feel like Villa had a plan coming into this game of
Yes.
how they want to play this game. Because even the starting lineup, there was a questions why Onana is not starting because the physicality of Moses Casado. I heard one of the communicators. I should say the same thing. And they come in here. Then the second half, before you know, he made three substitutes at once, bringing in guys that could have started in the anyways. Like he brought a guys that could have been a starter that could have started, and then we didn't do anything about it to channel. I, I hate to say it because Cole Palmer is still our best player. I'm not gonna take anything from him. But there's games like this where you gotta look at it like how long can you go without making a sub? If you see Una Emery making substitutes, like there's three guys that could come in that could change the game right away. Guys that could start. Why not just trying to play? Maraska is used to doing like for like anyway. So this is the moment where you at least take,
Moment.
even if you gotta take Garnacho out. Garnacho is being wild, but he kind of remind me of Jackson now. He do all that hard work until he get in front of the goal. And then what happens is like
And
he
then he
kicking a
be
field goal. I'm not watching American football. Yeah, so
facts.
man, I ain't gonna lie to him. I was disappointed, bro. But we gotta be honest with ourselves, man. Can we be angry at the players for switching off in the second half? Can we at least put some blame on some of these players? Can we at least point out, be like, yo, guys, y'all gotta come out here and ball out and play. It's not about playing against Arsenal and show up like you guys are the best players or y'all can compete with these best players. It's not about
Right.
showing up against Liverpool. It's not about showing up. It's about showing up week in and week out against every Premier
Yeah.
League team, bro. The
Mhm.
players need to take some blame also. What do you think about
I
like if
agree.
you had to? That's a silly question. If you have to blame a player, which player would you blame? I blame everybody except for Sanchez.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously. And I'm disappointed also. I feel like Casado, since the red card happened, since he came back, he hasn't been the same. I feel like he's playing
Right.
timid. He's playing timid. He is not playing the physical Casado that we know of. That he's going on their balls to the wall. I don't know. Maybe they had a conversation and maybe they told him, hey, take it easy. We need you. You're an important player. I understand that, but you're taking away his best weapon. What makes him the player that he is that physicality. And also, it warns other teams. They know, like, yo, wait a minute. This guy's, he going to come across me. He going to shoulder to shoulder. He's going to fight for that 50-50 ball. He's going to chase after me. He's going to be on my ass, man. But I feel like lately, like, even in the second goal, I think he came across of Ollie Watkins. Any other time, I feel like he would have went across him and made that tackle instead of like going around him and allowing Wally Watkins to make that pass that eventually I think ended up having the corner, which ended up having the winning goal at the end. Which brings me to that point, Malo Gusto. What are you doing? That was your man. I looked at the replay and the way he was jumping, he was maybe like a foot away from him, nowhere near him. His vision wasn't on him. He completely forgot that he was behind him. And even when he jumped for the ball went over his head. You didn't even attempt to go for the ball. So, I mean, it was a great goal. I got to admit it. Clean, open goal. I mean, great placement. Put it away from Sanchez. Even a full stretch with one arm, he couldn't get to it. So it's just like at that point, the defense also has to take some kind of responsibility, man, because it's an all around right now. I feel like you said, Cole Palmer being the best player, but everybody else got to take blame, man. And something has to change. We talked about this, but it's like right now, this is a chance for us to show that we're like, hey, we maybe are ready to maybe compete or at least be in the conversation. But when we have games like this, it really shows that the immaturity and that we really are not ready. That really shows why we are the youngest team in the Premier League. And our coach also sometimes shows not great intelligence when it comes to tactics. It shows today once again, I mean, making the changes late. I feel like Garnacho shouldn't have started this game. I would have put, because even though the Garnacho has been great running with the ball, it'd be different if you on the final third are giving me goals. At the end of the year, I'll give you the chance to play. But what have you done for me? I mean, you scored a brace against Cardiff and the freaking Carabao Cup. Besides that, I need you in the Premier League. I need you to do that on a constantly basis. With Estevao being back,
Right.
I want to see him start. Put Estevao in there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think the blame has to be shifted all the way around. I mean, Badia Shield, even today, it's like, where was Fofana? Why would you change again the back four? Like, what do you keep doing? Like, you finally
Exactly.
put Reece James back there. You finally put Reece James back there with Cucurella, so you take Fofana out and bring Badia Shield in and leave Chalaba in. Like, what are you doing, man? We talked about this. You have to have the consistency of the guys. Chalaba and Fofana have been playing together for so many games. Let them be. Why? If you're gonna switch, then you take Chalaba and put Badia Shield and fucking Tosin in. Then just take them both out. Don't take one out and put one in. Like what is going on? Where's the consistency? You have to have it. You have to have it, man.
And then at some point in the game, man, when you see Chalaba, he was almost like middle of the field and Badish was all by himself. And Casado and James got to draw back and do all that extra stuff. But dude, let's just be real with ourselves, man. This is one of those defeats that hurt because the performance for big chunk of the time was great. You know what I'm saying? It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't like we was outclassed or any kind of things like that. Were just a little errors that whether it's the substitutes, whether it's the players not being more clinic in front of the goal, but everything else like that. But this is the story, though. But there's no killer. There's no killer instance up front. Joao Pedro is really not a number 9. And then Dilab come in, the first thing he do again, get a yellow card. It's like, dude, what are you doing? What happened when you get a yellow card? That take away your game. That take away your aggressiveness. That take away so much intensity that you're trying to put into the game over some stupid, silly stuff. So the lack of discipline, of course, you gotta blame the head coach. Whenever there's a discipline issues, there's gotta be the head coach. Because look at it. He's not even on the field as and the sideline as a head coach because you got to be disciplined by
Mm-hmm.
the Premier League. You know what I'm saying? So it's all around. Enzo Maresca, he needs to look at himself in the mirror and really realize like, dude, I gotta be disciplined first for these kids to follow. I gotta lead by the example because you are the head coach. But with that being said, though, like I know this is gonna be like some of the questions where it's gonna be. I don't want to make it all about not trusting the project. But defeat like this and performance like this, though, do you really like think this project is failing?
I don't think it's failing. I just feel like he has the pieces, but he just continues. Like it's like they gave him a Lego and they gave him a book. And like, here's the instruction. This is how you build it. Put it together this way. But no, he wants to build it halfway how the book tells you with the instructions, and the other half he wants to freestyle, and then he wants to take it apart, and then he wants to build it again together and make something else again, and now he wants to build it. It's like no, it has a way that it has to be put together. It was working. It sounded it sounded like you found it, but then you wanted to tweak it. And then you wanted to switch things. And then you wanted to do this. And then you wanted to switch this guy. And then you wanted to do that guy. So I feel if he can find the consistency that we need, like we spoke the last time, like if the consistency is there, I trust him. I think he's a good manager. I think he is a good manager. I think he has it in him. I think sometimes he questions himself, and I think that's the reason why he makes the mistakes that he makes and the questionable decisions that he makes. And at the end, it comes bite him in the ass, and then you look at him and he's like, oh, I don't know what's going on, blah, 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 blah. But I feel like the project is there. I mean, in the year that he's been there, I think the project was achieved. We finished top 4. We won 2 trophies. So I still feel like we have to give the guy a chance, at least until the end of the season, because he still has another half a season to continue to maybe improve or maybe finally get his head out of his ass, pardon my French, and finally put together the team that needs to be put. Maybe go out in the winter window and bring some defenders in or somebody that you feel like you want to trust. And if you don't trust the defenders that we have, and that's the reason why you're switching back and forth, then maybe bring somebody else in that you feel like you trust in. Because it seems like the ones we have, you don't trust. We have Achimpong in, and I don't see him at all. I would have put Achimpong and Chalaba then. If you're going to do that, then do that then. Put them too young, put them out there. So I feel like the project hasn't fully failed yet. Like I said, I mean, the fruit of the labels that we saw last year, 2 trophies, top 4, which was the mission, everything got accomplished last year. So to me, I feel like I got to give him a chance and see what happens until the end of the season. I hope he makes a decent move and the right moves in the coming games, and maybe we can bounce back and turn around and maybe find ourselves climbing back to the top 4. But as of right now, I'm disappointed. Obviously, like you said, this is one of the ones that hurt because we looked better than them in the first half, even though they were coming into this game as the better team. So we do show that we do have what it takes to compete with the best teams that the Premier League has to offer us right now. But it's like you said, he got outcoached in the second half. The moves that Omari made were better than his. He made the decisions early in the game, and that's why his players were allowed to make an impact into the game. Our players came in late, and now you're trying to put all this pressure on all these players coming in with maybe 15, 12 minutes when these guys have maybe 25 to half hour to really make an impact. So in decisions like that, it shows you that, yeah, there's some things that need to be worked out, but I feel like I got to give the man a chance, man.
Yeah, give him a chance to still be the head coach or the manager, however you want to put it. I agree. But this project of signing young players, fuck that shit. Bro, bring in veteran players that they're already proven they're capable of doing it. We already got enough young players in the roster. We already got, like you mentioned, Josh Archampong is a young player. Who could do that? Who could focus on bringing them in to development to be the next stars of
Mhm.
Chelsea. Like what we did, we see the Reece James now. We've seen Chalaba went alone a couple of times. We've seen that happening. But the project of just signing young players, 19, 20, or 18, 20
Yeah,
years
man.
old kids, man, get out of here, man. That should be done with, man. We got enough young players in the
We
team.
have enough
Going
players.
after Gittin was a waste of time. We already got them young players. Bring in veteran players. Bring in players that want to win now. Bring in players that the project is based on winning now. Not young players that you just trying to flip. Oh, someday I'm gonna flip or make money. Mighty way could work out. Okay, big deal. We already sold enough young players. Bring in
Mhm.
veteran players that knows how to win games. That had the killer instinct. That will be shy or be ashamed of themselves if they don't show up at Stamford Bridge and play their ass out because the career is in the line. Because they're already
Yeah.
a veteran. They want to prove themselves each day, night in and night out, bro. Because this young project bullshit is holding us back. We had the talent, but we don't have the
We need some
mentality.
leaders.
We don't have the killer
Yeah, we need some
instincts. We don't
leaders.
have the guys that says, you know what? Yeah, we don't have the leadership on the field that could calm things down when things are going sideways. The minute we concede that goal, the game become 1-1. We have no reply. Zero. Last week
Mhm.
against Newcastle, we should have won that game because Newcastle had a bunch of injuries. But what happened? We don't have the mentality to go in and dance with the big boys. Same thing happened in this game against Villa. 2-1. You was up a goal. Some of these crosses that going in the box is like, yo, where's the striker? Where's everybody at? Cole Palmer is not making them runs back to back like that. He's not 100% healthy. We don't
Mhm.
see Enzo going in the box, playing the way he was supposed to be playing. We don't see guys, they don't look happy. And another thing with the players, man, like I said, the discipline start with Enzo Marasco, because he's not even the sideline because he got to be disciplined. This guy's
Yeah,
complaining
man.
about every freaking call the referee's making.
Yeah, I feel like
Dude,
get up and
why are
play
you
on, man.
catching a trauma like you're 4 or 5 years old kid? Get up and play the fuck on, bro. This is Chelsea Football Club. This is Stamford Bridge. Performance like this, bro, after you put in everything you can for 1 hour. And then the minute things go wrong, you got to punch in them out. Now, you can't put your guards up. Bro, this game today hurt, man.
Yeah,
I
man.
do, man. Listen, it's games like this
Yeah,
where
like
you
you
got to
said,
look at
man, they got
yourself. And
punched in the mouth.
I don't even want to,
Yep. I feel your pain, man. I feel your pain, man. I feel you because, like you said, man,
no,
they got
Enzo
punched in
Mares,
the mouth, fighting back. No, no, you got like I said, they just got punched in the face, and like you said, instead of putting their hands up and fight, man, they just freaking blocked and just sat in the corner and just took the rest of the punishment, and they got knocked out, late in the 12th round, and like you said, man, the project with the young kids is absolutely correct, man. I think that you injected so much youth in here that now you need to bring in some kind of experience, someone that can come in and rile them up, someone who can come in and calm them down when they feel like, okay, the game might be getting out of hand. Yeah, Reece James is a great captain, but he's still a young player as well. You need to someone who's been around
he's
for a
not
long time.
vocal.
Yeah, exactly. He's not a vocal player. I don't really see him yelling and screaming. I can see him organizing, but I don't really ever see him yelling or screaming or just completely losing his freaking shit because he's disappointed with what he see from his teammates. So yeah, we definitely need to bring in some leadership for sure, man. Because you were missing those big pillars like it was back in those days, those big names that were back there, your JTs, your Lampards, your Ibrahimovic, your freaking Drogba's in them, we don't have any players like that. They're all so young and they all still, I feel like they're still trying to find their way.
Yeah, man.
So it's like, it's, oh my God, man. It's a
Because
disappointing loss.
another thing, like when you listen to Enzo Maresca, right? Yeah, he will point out the performance, but this keep happening. Pretty football this, pretty football that. One goal lead, and then punching them out, like I said. And from that's it. If you want a top four, if you really want to have top four, games like this is where you prove that you're capable of being a top four.
I
You know what I'm
agree
saying?
100.
But if you really want a top four, you can't concede from a set piece late after dominating the game. If you want to have a top four, I repeat this again, you can't concede late after dominate the game. I don't understand. It's like, yo, Villa come here to win. What Chelsea just play not to lose the game. And what happened when you had the mentality is this: when things go wrong, when you get uncomfortable, you just throw in the
Kindness.
towel. Because Villa had a game plan. The game plan was like, doesn't matter whether we're down one or two or three, we have a plan. We have plan A, plan B, plan C. Through his substitutes, you could tell that, bro. Come on, man. Like, I
Yeah,
don't get it, man. I don't, hey, dude, man, listen, man. I'm
yeah,
telling you, man. You
I
don't
hear you, man.
do.
Completely agree, man.
But
The
dude, man, but
substitution
but but we
gotta
gotta
change
get
the game.
you all right, man? My man, come on, come back quick, man. That's a
I
good
mean,
thing going on, man. But on the
it
flip
was
side, though, man, let
it's
me
a tough
continue to
one.
go. My brother just, sign
That's
up
for
quick.
sure,
He'll be
man.
back
A
on,
tough,
man.
tough,
On the
tough
quick, on the
loss.
flip side, though, man, you gotta
And it
get credit
hurts.
where credit is due, man.
Hurts a
Villa
lot,
come out, man. Villa look like a team,
We just gotta bounce
expected to
back,
win
man. We
when
just
they are
gotta get
playing
better, be better,
badly. But
continue
it's
to be
first half, but it's second half, or anyways
we need to
you wanna
grow
put
up.
it, man. Whenever
That's
Villa
what the
is out there
problem
to
is.
play,
We're
they
not
play to
growing up
win.
as players. We still continue to
They
play.
take it. They wanted it the most, and they went out and take it, man. So congratulations to them, man. This 11 win straight for Villa, and you can't make this up, man. No matter how bad they play, man, these guys always find a way to win the game. They beat Arsenal, they beat United, now they beat us.
That
It's 2
connection is
2-1,
killing
2-1,
me.
2-1. It is. And that's what Villa do, man. They bring in a guy like Wyken off the bench, which is a game changer. And of course, the midfielder dominate when the entire energy flip when Anana come in and everything else. And you gotta respect that, man. So Villa, bro, maybe this might be another Leicester City story. But if it is, man, I won't be surprised. But whatever you armory need, you need to give them to him. Let him go in the January window and let him sign and let him get
That
as much
froze
players as he need because
incredibles.
man, Villa is a problem. Villa is gonna make some noise.
That's why I gotta
As
move there
long as they
soon
got the
on
depth, man.
location.
To the Morgan Rogers don't have to do much, but the rest of other players did. And that's what you call a team. It's not all about your superstars. It's all about the pieces also around the superstars. And congratulations, man. Chelsea, you need to get your shit together, man, because this is embarrassing. Thank you guys for watching Bala Sport, man. Please subscribe and press the like button. To all the Chelsea fans out there, man, what you guys think about the project? Is the project still alive? Do you still believe in the project? And whatever it is, man, but tell me your comment because I'm frustrated. This was embarrassing. Thanks for watching Bala Sport. Musa.